if you're looking to build the perfect quad sweep, stay tuned. I've got a great workout for you. Hey, it's Erin. When you think about your ideal physique and you picture the perfect pair of legs, what characteristics come to mind? For me, the first thing I think of is a quad sweep. Creating beautiful, strong curves with the quads is not only aesthetically pleasing, but it can lead to increase in strength and increase in power. Of course, leg extensions are an important exercise for building that quad sweep, but the foundation of building beautiful quads really comes down to proper exercise selection along with those compound movements. We also want to think about mind-muscle connection and weight distribution while we perform these exercises. So if you're looking to build the perfect quad sweep, stay tuned. I've got a great workout for you. Without further ado, let's train. Let's get into this workout. Our first exercise is the Spanish squat. If you've never done this exercise before, this is not only fantastic for building quads, but it's great for improving overall knee health. So if you have knee issues, incorporate this exercise into your routine. You want to take a medium tension resistance band and attach it at about knee height to a sturdy object. Make sure it's sturdy. Feet are about shoulder width apart, and you want that band to go right behind the knee, just below the crease of the knee. Focus on keeping your upper body nice and tall, and as you come up, pull your legs against the band. So you want to think about actively pulling your knees back as you come up. This is going to cause a burn in your quads like crazy, but a good burn, I promise. Weight distribution through the foot is going to be evenly distributed. So main things, pull back with your legs against that resistance band and keep that upper body nice and tall. Moving on to our next exercise, this is a front squat. So for this exercise, you want the bar to rest across the clavicle, and you want the bar to also rest in the divot of the shoulder. Focus on keeping your elbows up, keeping your upper body nice and tall. And for weight distribution, you actually want the weight to be pushed through the toes. Now, pushing the weight through the toes is going to help accentuate the quads. You're, of course, also going to feel it in your upper back. You're going to feel it in those glutes. But this can be mostly a quad exercise by taking it nice and slow, keeping the upper body nice and tall, elbows up, and push through those toes. Knees are always going to follow the direction of the toes too. So if your toes are pointing forward, make sure your knees are pointing forward also. Next, we're moving on to the hack squat. But for this exercise, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and bring our heels together, turn those toes out. And here you want to think about, again, pushing the weight through the toes. So go nice and slow, especially on that negative or eccentric portion of the rep. So on the way down, really think about going nice and slow, pushing the weight through the toes. And again, your knees are going to follow the direction of the toes. Make sure your knees are pointing out as your toes are pointing out. You want your glutes to stay against that pad. And you really want to think about exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down. And here's an exercise where, since you're immobilized, you're being stabilized by the machine, look down and watch those quads work. You can also take a free hand and feel the quads working. Next exercise, we have quad step-ups. Now here I'm using 10-pound plates, but if you're new to this exercise, start with just body weight. I promise you it will be challenging. What you want to think about is pulling yourself up with that front leg and not assisting at all with that back leg. So you'll notice I'm keeping my trail leg, that foot flat. So I'm trying not to push off with that rear leg. This is going to turn this into just a quad exercise. So really focus not only on bringing your body up with that front leg, but also controlling that eccentric or negative portion. It can be really helpful to start with that non-dominant side first also. So you want to start with that weaker side and let that dictate the number of reps that you're doing on the stronger side. If you have any kind of asymmetry, or if you have one leg that's stronger than the other, this can really help even things out. So focus, and as you get stronger, you can add a little bit of weight, but this is generally an exercise that doesn't need much to get great results. Moving on, of course, we have leg extensions, but we're going to do a little something different. We're going to do an isometric hold at the top. So really focus on holding that for a count of 1 to 2 seconds. And again, this is a great exercise for looking down and seeing your quads work. So this is good for strengthening that mind-muscle connection. The pause rep, or that isometric hold at the top, is going to further strengthen your mind-muscle connection too. So make sure that you're going nice and slow. Don't spend a lot of time at the bottom. So you want to make sure you're keeping constant tension on those quads. Now for this exercise, you want to focus more on high reps versus loading up the weights. So opt for reps of 10 to 20 versus going and trying to do the entire stack. So toes are pointing up, knees are straight ahead, and no use of momentum with the rest of the body. All right, we have our finisher here. This is called 21s. So we're going to do 7 partial reps at the bottom. Then we're going to do 7 partial reps at the top, and then we're going to do 7 full reps. What this is going to do, especially at the end of a workout, is it's going to increase that metabolic stress on the quads, which is going to potentially lead to muscle growth. So really focus on half reps. So your 7 reps at the top. Keep that constant tension on the muscle, and you'll definitely feel it. We're going to go 7 full reps. And you can go a little bit faster on this one, but make sure that you're focused and using just the quads to move the weight. And I'll make sure to include the reps and sets in the description below. If you're newer to working out, or if you're having trouble with that mind-muscle connection, the quads are a great muscle group to start with, because when you're performing some of the exercises, you can actually look down and see the muscles working. Don't be afraid if you have the ability to reach down and touch your quads. Feel them working. This can also help improve that mind-muscle connection. Be sure with any exercise to go slowly and to start with lighter weight. This is also going to help improve that mind-muscle connection and can get you used to varying that weight distribution, which can allow you to kind of toggle back and forth between hitting those quads and hitting the posterior chain, which is those glutes and those hamstrings. So play around with it, and the more you work at it, the easier it becomes to establish that mind-muscle connection. If you like this workout, please tag me on social media. I really enjoy seeing you take the workouts and making them your own. And of course, if you like this video, please like it and consider subscribing. We'd love to have you join the Fit Fam. That's it for this time. Until next time, train hard, y'all.